Warning: viewer discretion is advised. Hey friends, it's Jody from Mealstown Alive Horror here with a mini episode for you about Placerville. Placerville, California, also known as Old Hangtown, began with Coloma, where James Marshall, an employee of John Sutter, built a sawmill on the South Fork of the American River. Discovering gold in the trail race of the mill kicking off the famous gold rush of California on January 24th, 1848. So Placerville is quite literally where the gold rush started. By the summer of that year, more than 1,000 men flocked to the area, causing Coloma to be the starting hub for all the arriving Argonauts. Due to the possibility of striking it rich, the area also attracted many unsavory individuals who would rather earn their fortune by force, robbing, and murdering those who did the hard work for them. Another prominent camp for miners was the nearby Dry Diggins, where many miners would stock up on supplies. In the early 1849, one of the most famous incidents occurred with 3 men and their crimes. The 3 were caught trying to separate a gambler from his money in a robbery attempt in the Carey House Hotel, which still stands today. The men received 39 lashes, but later identified as the men who were robbing miners in other camps. A group of citizens quickly deliberated and found them guilty. The question was raised to what should be done with them when someone shouted, "Hang them." With majority rule, it was the first hanging in the motherlode. The 3 were strung up from a giant white oak of the Esler's hay yard near the Jackass Inn. Rumor also has it that they were buried behind the tree in an unmarked grave. That's approximately where the city's parking garage stands now. As crimes continued, the tree would see many more hangings carried out by the justice or by these vigilantes known as Judge Lynch. Word spread around about the town and it took on the new name of Hangtown. By 1854, Hangtown was the 3rd largest town in California, with only San Francisco and Sacramento being larger. With the growing population came a Methodist church, a temperance league, and a cry for a less morbid name. Placerville was suggested in 1850 and later became official when it was incorporated in 1854. That same year, they held an election to become the seat of the county but lost to Coloma. Then 2 years later, they lost again until citizens had suspicion of a rigged election. Evidence was found supporting the accusal, and state legislature made Placerville the seat of the county in 1854. On July 6, 1856, the city was nearly removed from existence by a fire and local mining dwindled. However, Placerville was the western terminus for the Overland Trail and the Comstock Silver Strike in Nevada 1859, causing a mass reversal migration to the town. Today it has turned to agriculture, such as its famous Apple Hill, where year-round you can enjoy farms, events, and cider sampling. It also has prominent lumber operations, recreation tourism, and fine wines. It still remains the seat of El Dorado County to this day. As for the famous tree, it's no longer standing, but the stump still exists in the basement of the building built over the hay yard. The tree was cut down in 1853 when a name change and re-imaging was sought. After it was cut down, it was sold to a brick mason named Herrick, who built the 2 buildings that same year in 1853. In 1934, the stump location became California State Historical Landmark number 141. The building has been used for many things, one of which was called Hang Tree's Bar, that closed in 2008 due to the building being unsafe. The building was in such poor shape that demolition was recommended, but in 2012, Sue and Tim Taylor purchased it and the adjacent Herrick building and began restoration. Today it stands as the Placerville Public House Restaurant and Saloon operated by Al and Darcy Griffin. I had the pleasure of having lunch with my family at the Placerville Public House Restaurant. And it was absolutely amazing. As you guys can see, the inside is gorgeous. I love how it's designed, and the food was absolutely amazing as well. Everyone in my family absolutely loved their food. I got a mac and cheese, and it tasted like it had some type of like beer in the sauce, and it was really really good. I really enjoyed it. The staff were also super, super sweet. The server that I had was not shy about telling me about the history of the place, which I very much enjoyed learning about. There's this mural in the saloon part of the building, and it shows the town what it looked like before. So it's an accurate mural of what it looked like before it was really developed. She also showed me some artifacts that they had found in the basement of the building. So it's an old pickaxe and an old axe itself. And she did confirm that the old hang tree stump is in their basement. I did not ask to go down and see it, but because I didn't want to be rude, but I thought that that was really awesome. I did ask her if she had had any paranormal experiences, and she had told me that she didn't have a lot happen there, but next door, which is also part of like the Herrick buildings, it used to be a brothel. So apparently, if you speak poorly about the ladies of the night in there, glasses will shatter and other glasses and bottles will get thrown. So she did say that she's seen that happen a couple times, but nothing like very noteworthy or, a malicious presence. It was honestly just fun walking around Placerville. I really enjoyed having lunch there, and there's just a ton of really, really cute shops, and there's some other restaurants that you can pick from. I personally really enjoyed the Placerville restaurant. Also, if even if you're not staying in the Carey house, I really recommend that you go and just look in the lobby. It's really beautiful in there. We didn't get to stay there as we just did a day trip, but still, I would honestly be interested in staying there at some point in my life just because it's so fun to look at. Since this was a mini episode, I decided to just go ahead and make a appetizer and a cocktail. For my appetizer, I made an apple sausage pastry with cheese, and it was pretty darn good. I do recommend serving it with maybe some apple butter or some other sauce. And then I made a Zinfandel old fashioned, and this was just a tribute to the local wineries that are up there. So it was pretty darn good. My husband did not like it, but I personally liked it a lot. And with that, guys, please like and subscribe. You can find me at Meals to Unalive for on Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, all the things. So keep following, keep sharing, because that's how we grow and that's how I continue to put out more content. Thanks, guys. Bye.